I've been keeping up with my analytics and watching things very, very closely lately because what was that earlier this week, whenever the Colin Kaepernick video came out, been paying very, very close attention to some stuff because, yeah, I brought you guys some evidence beforehand that it's like, wow, it really looks like YouTube might have it out for the channel. I don't know, man. I'm still going to continue to forge on, and just learn as much as I can from the analytics and hopefully change and hopefully maneuver a little bit more appropriately so that I can continue to thrive and you guys can continue to get the good content that you've come to expect from my channel, and innovate as much as I can and move accordingly, adopt trends, and then also just try to make them my own. But then when you have a situation like this, you just realize that, wow, they're just sometimes not beating anything, because this video came out yesterday, man. Okay, this is the one about the Credit Suisse executive whose wife was out there socializing, and it really exposed the fact that the elites, they don't care about you at all whatsoever. And if you're just doing business with a simp, he's ultimately going to end up tanking your company. But then, something like this happens where everything's going, yep, for the first couple hours, everything's, it's just like, okay, cool. My subscribers are checking out the video, but then it just hits the algorithm and takes right off. Not very long though, and then it just absolutely flatlines because, oh no, we can't be having anything that's successful. Why? I'll take a look at the content of the video. Your boy's speaking some truths. But like I said, man, I would be an asshole if I was out here trying to fight against the YouTube algorithm, because that's just what it is, man. So you have to figure out how to use it and how to maneuver within it. Otherwise, you're just continuing to swim upstream. So taking a look at all of the other content that's out there, what's some things that I can employ? Well, there's somebody who's also speaking on topics within the sphere that, hey, there's some stuff that I can learn from, especially when there's guys that are just so goddamn successful when it comes to talking about stuff. Like, just check this. This is over on TikTok, okay? And even still, man, there's some stuff that you can learn. Like, short form content isn't quite my stuff, but he's spitting game out here, getting hundreds of thousands, millions of views on certain things, and that's really amazing. Now, does that translate to YouTube? Well, you got 9 videos and 19,000 subscribers compared to just about 3 million followers. Okay, very interesting. But hey, man, at least he's hitting over here on Instagram, right? Like the exact same content, getting hundreds of thousands of views. Okay, millions in some of these. And then, like I said, man, I got to adapt and I got to evolve in order to figure out what I'm doing wrong, okay? I don't want to continue to be shadow banned. I want to be able to move appropriately. And as you can see here, maybe I've just got to switch up my style a little bit. You know what, Tate? Snatched up, thrown in jail, even though everything that he was talking about I wholeheartedly agree with. Oh, wait, that might get me shadow banned once again. Ah, darn. But that's all right. That's all right. There's still some learning to be done here by a guy who, is in pretty good shape. Okay, he's got a decent look to him. He's got an audience, 1.9, 2.7, 800,000 views. What's the lowest one that's on the screen right there? 616K. Like, this dude is doing numbers. Congratulations to that. 1,000% deserved success, because he's out there. He's playing the game. What kind of game's he dropping out here? Being wanted by a lot of men will never compare to being valued by just one. Hey, man, that's a pretty good message out there, I think. Independent women do submit to men. They just have to actually be a man. Oh, okay. A woman cannot be your piece if you aren't hers. Oh, this is a guy who's just placating to women for views, and that's why he's so successful. Oh, so this is that dirty side of things. And, if you've been following along on the content for a while, or just also checking out other people actually in the sphere, I was being a bit facetious by saying he's in this kind of commentariat sphere. He's just doing short form content, highly edited. And you know what? Hey, man, good for you. Dude, he's working the algorithm when it comes to those closed captioned gimmicks, and it makes me nauseous to my stomach. But then again, at the same time, those fake tweets with the red arrows going down also used to make me sick. But I made a spin on it, and, don't hate the player, hate the game. But our dude here puts on the facade, right? Okay, he's got the chains, he's got the look, he's got the tight fade on the beard, got the neck tattoos. Like he's that perfect mix of selling women a dream, but then also just kind of having that rugged edge. And if you know anything about intersexual dynamics of female nature, women fall in love with what they hear. Men fall in love with what they see. So he's selling them a dream, and boy, are they just fucking dying to hear it. And for my 20% female audience, I think that's what it's still at. 19.9 something. Just roll it up for fun. I mean, when this guy's out here selling you a dream, who am I? Who am I to criticize him? And now I'm not gonna take any shots at him. Obviously, he's wildly successful. There's some stuff that you can learn. And like I always say as well, you know, success leaves clues, and you can learn something from anybody who is successful. Like especially one of his most popular messages right here: a woman will stay in her masculine energy until a man makes her feel safe to be comfortable in her feminine energy. Right, guys? You need to go out there and need to wife up these hoes who are selectively feminine, right? Somebody needs to wife down these boss babes, and you need to match her energy so you guys can grow together. And as a bit of a heads up and maybe a little bit of a preview for the streams that I'm looking to be doing, obviously, you know, I still have a poll running on the channel if you're so inclined, and it's really looking like a weekend stream, weekend evening stream or some form or fashion popping out. So this is the type of stuff that I kind of want to do. Not like, you know, video reaction stuff like that. Like there's enough of those, you know, stupid reaction streamers that are out there. Don't need to be doing any of that. But if we're going to be doing breakdowns or anything like that, I'd be doing this. And then there's also some other stuff that's on YouTube that is so fucking hilarious that I kind of want to find a form and fashion to do it. So let's just watch a couple of these and see how many we can stomach, because shout out to Modern Life Dating MLD John. I seen him profile this guy, and he played a few of these absolutely nauseating clips, and there is so much goodness to go around that, yeah, I just had to hop on the train for a little second. Okay, so let's find one right here. Oh, this 10 million one? Oh my god, this one right here. This one's got to be good because it's 10 million views. Now, let's just make sure that we have the sound on. Let's make sure everything's all good and good. Okay, so what do we have right here? So this one is captioned: now, do y'all believe the more bills a woman pays herself, the less attractive men become? Well, once the woman becomes the man that she's looking for, well, of course, she raises her standards, right? And then she only starts to see guys that are on her level. And here's the thing: once a woman achieves a certain level of success, and by all means, go out there and you go get yours. But you got a successful boss babe like that, being a success at that level, paying as many bills as she wants, I'm independent, I don't need no man type attitude, that comes with a lot of inherently masculine traits. A go-getter, you know, a problem solver, being aggressive at the office because her way or the highway is the way that you need to be in order to be successful in these industries. So yeah, and because we know, thanks to hypergamy, women can't date below, at least not for long. That person's got to be on the come up, otherwise you're gone, bye-bye. So if you got $100,000 earner woman, she's only going to want a guy who makes 100,000, 150, ideally 200,000, even more than that. So somebody who can take care of everything. And to a successful man, you know, sometimes, more often than not rather, a woman's job is more than likely a burden than it is a benefit. Because yes, again, if you can pay all your bills, if you're hyper successful like that, chances are you're also working a hell of a lot. You're putting your career before any sort of potential family. And that's why some of the biggest hoes that are out there, you know, this is just a little bit of sauce for everybody, are the professional gals, because they still want to get it. They just have a very compressed time frame. So your lawyers, your doctors, especially your nurses, those are the biggest freaks that are out there. But without further ado, let's let Chris GQ Perry deliver the sauce here for a second. Let's see what we can learn for this for a second, okay? Do y'all believe the more bills a woman pays by herself, the less attractive men become? Well, please tell us, sir.
Bills a woman pays by herself, the less attractive men become. Because she's now so independent that all she's worried about is taking care of her family and leveling up. To her, a man has no place in her life, because he's not bringing anything to the table but headaches and wasted time.
Yo, okay. First of all, his delivery is just... he sounds like the meme of the guy who's constantly rubbing his hands together like, yeah, girl, I'ma tell you everything that you want to hear. It doesn't matter that you're bossy. It doesn't matter that you a bitch. All I care about is making sure that the table is properly set for you. Yeah. But fucking Christ. Okay. To a man has no place in her life because he's not bringing anything to the table but headaches and a waste of time. Interesting. The way that this guy frames so many things. And like I said, I was listening to an MLD stream when it came to this stuff, when this guy came to my attention. His framing, his mental point of origin on this is that a man is only a walking wallet. Okay. Like, I wouldn't be surprised that this guy isn't subscribed to at least, 24 premium Snapchats or VIP OnlyFans. Like, that wouldn't make me at all surprised. He's setting up a trick frame, and anybody who's listening to this, like, we can take a look at some of the comments as well. I'd imagine it's probably the type of people that you would expect, but let him continue for a second.
Yes, she's in her masculine energy. And that's not going to change until a real man steps up to the plate.
A real man tricks off on these bitches. Yeah.
Take some of that weight off her shoulders.
Of course.
The more bill.
That's 100, my dude. Yeah. Oh, but he's going to tell us what does it take to have a successful relationship? Well, I got to hear
What does it take to have a successful relationship?
Okay. Tell us.
The one key word.
Oh, he's asking his friend, who's also in really good shape.
Honesty. You have to be honest with your spouse.
I want to fuck other bitches, and you have to be monogamous to me. You can't go out with your girlfriends on the weekends, and no more girls trips. And I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna fuck anything that I want. Honesty, right? Oh, of course.
Even if it gets you in trouble. And for your spouse, when they tell you the truth, don't punish them for it. Honesty.
What?
But let's keep it a buck. He's trying to use general dating advice, and I'll be completely honest. Okay, actually, asking you guys out there, can women handle the truth? Can they really? Okay. Like I laid it out before, that's generally what men want. Sexual variety. Women want sexual exclusivity because when they're in love with a guy, they only see that one guy. They can't... The thought of them fucking a ton of different dudes the way that men want to fuck a ton of different women is viscerally repulsive to women. Men... I think I've made this analogy recently, okay? You take a look through a guy's Rolodex or rather his Holodex, his body count, soiree, different shapes, sizes, tones, and types, whole different swath of women. As for women, their general ideal, it's normally about the same guy. They tend to know what they want. They want to congregate on that. So yeah, if you're actually being honest, and for that to come up all the way at the spouse level, like, that's kind of ridiculous. Those are some boundaries that would already be set going into that level. For you to introduce honesty at the point that you guys are already married, and the fact that you're tacitly endorsing marriage in today's day and age in the West, it's just all female supplication that's right here, and that's what makes him ultimately super successful. We'll watch a couple more of these because I find them hilarious. Oh, strong women imitate weak men. Oh, well, of course, man, because these independent boss babes, this one's got 3.8 million views. Jesus Christ, of course.
Strong women intimidate weak men.
Of
and
course.
A lot of weak men tend to be narcissistic men.
Oh,
and
okay. See, it's always a problem with the man. Okay, strong women. Strong women. What do you mean by that? Bossy, bitchy, complaining? Like, oh, okay. The hyper successful women. Strong women. Okay, intimidate weak men. If they're actually legitimately weak men, those strong women never gonna fuck with them at all whatsoever. And then the narcissistic. Well, if you're delusional, that's totally different. But narcissistic? Well, you're also saying in other videos that are out there, if women want to pay for all of the bills, then guess what? They don't need a man who brings headaches or anything like that. Wouldn't you consider that to be narcissistic? A woman who's paying and doing all of that stuff for herself? My guy, that would be narcissism. But that's all right. That's all right. I'll let you continue. I did cut you off after all. So just to rephrase this, and these men don't look at you as a partner. They look at you as competition. And if you're constantly battling somebody that you want to be your partner, in the frame of the woman here, okay? If you're looking for a leader that's out there, because let's keep it a stack, if you're constantly looking to take those leadership reins, that's a relationship that's ultimately going to fail. If it's a guy that you want, if it's ultimately that strong leader that you're looking for in a relationship, because the only way that you're going to take the control in that, if you're going to have a partner in that relationship, that's going to be the weak man. But let old Soft Eyes McGillicuddy just set us straight here.
Men don't look at you as a partner. They look at you as competition. And the only way to make themselves feel better is to try to make you feel like you aren't good enough.
That's incredibly interesting. Let you know that you ain't good enough. I would really like to know what this guy considers to be a good man. Like, what is a strong man? I can hypothesize for days on end and ultimately come up very disappointed. But he really does think that the baseline level for most men are scum of the earth individuals, and that women are just, sent from on high. It's very, very odd. Yes, so, a weak man that this woman, if I'm sure he probably also ascribes to, feminine intuition being a super powerful and honest trait. These weak men will belittle you. He lies, he cheats, he does anything he can to break you so he can feel like he's above you. Is this the stuff that these 30-plus-year-old spinsters want to hear? Okay.
So he belittles you. He lies, he cheats, he does anything he can to break you so he can feel like he's above you. But he won't let you leave because deep down he knows that you are a good woman. And he doesn't want a good man to get his hands on you. Because see...
That's absolutely retarded. Okay, this is also saying that women, you are enough, but you're also too stupid to not be able to see that the weak man that you're with. The fuck is going on? Because we see... anyways, no, I haven't let him talk. Okay, we'll let him talk.
When you meet a strong man who is confident in who he is, you are no longer competing. You are working together as a team.
I want to die inside. Yes, we a team. No, it's like a coaching staff. There's a head coach, and there's a bunch of different coordinators. There's the offensive coordinator. There's the wide receivers coach. Then there's also the defensive coordinator, and that guy coaches the linebackers. This guy's a wellspring of information. Everybody wants a good woman until that good woman requires you to be a good man. Oh my god. This is just perfect because you also see stuff like this hitting the mainstream when it comes to tradcons. You're just picking up on all the whatever podcast clips, which we'll probably have a look at once I get around to streaming here, once we figure some stuff out, when timing and all that stuff. Because realistically, that's fresh and fit without any of the values. That's just dessert without the meal itself. I find it to be low quality information, but here we are with Chris. I even forget this guy's name at this point in time. He's just so banal, and it's just the backing music. It's just so perfect. It's bite-sized content that's just made to make women feel good because they're hearing that, yeah, that's right, I am enough with my Haagen-Dazs bucket. But yes, everybody wants a good woman until that good woman requires you to be a good man. Dude, I don't know why you're talking to men. Nobody's listening to this shit.
Everybody wants a good woman until that good woman requires you to be a good man.
Like, MLD pointed this out. Oh, my God. I don't know who this bitch is, but yeah, oh, my God. Your mama raised you well. Good, she did see that. I'm so glad that you posted this. Protect this. Yeah, see, okay, yeah, he's telling men you need to be better because these women are just so good out here. Have you seen the average woman out there? Average woman, 5'5", 170 pounds. What the fuck is good about that? Makes me sick. Have you had a conversation with the average woman? Holy, you brung up narcissism before a little bit earlier in a couple of other videos, but that shit is on full fucking display. But yes, maybe we're going to answer that question that, yes, we're going to figure out what his definition of a good man is, or is this just, once again, you're a good man only if you supplicate to a woman? That's interesting.
Men claim they want a good woman, but when they get her, they don't know what to do with her. See, some of these men want so much, but the energy isn't reciprocated.
Energy, vibes, a good man, a good woman. See, I can see exactly why he's popular. It's the same reason why Hassan and all of these other fucking reaction streamers are popular. They take their audience on an emotional ride without having to provide any substance at all, because so far a man wants a good woman and a good woman wants a good man, but a good man has the energy and the good woman, she just wants that energy. The fuck are you talking about?
And then when she questions you about your actions, you try gaslighting and you blame her.
Men are just naturally scumbags. Interesting. Okay, just a very interesting take. Like, I'm critical about women, but then at the same time I'm also critical about men, because I genuinely like women, and also I generally want what's best for men. There we go. That sounds a little bit better. And that's interesting. He's also saying that these strong, independent boss babes, those are the good women. No. Those are the combative, trifling women. The ones that you just feel drained when you're around. The ones where it's just a constant pushback. I bring my own money. And it's like, well, that's great. Fantastic. I'm very I'm also accomplished, and that's fine. Oh, you just don't like a strong woman. And it's like, no, I work hard all day. I don't want to I compete with guys who are very combative. I compete with guys who push me to my mental limit. I don't want to have to deal with a woman who's going to do the exact same thing to me, somebody who's going to cause me problems. You can go ahead and do that. You can go bully around those weak guys that are out there. That's fine. They're going to be the ones that are just going to tell you, everything that you want to hear. They're not going to be the ones that have boundaries. Those are ultimately those guys that are going to lie to you just because they don't want to lose you, because they have a scarcity mindset. I don't know anything about this guy, but from the AI generated script that he's always reading just off of screen, I can tell you that this guy is a total fucking snake.
For being a strong woman, or tell her that she has masculine energy. Well, maybe you just aren't man enough for her to show her.
Oh, see, yeah, hey, you just need to man up. I was like, no, I'll just go and get somebody that isn't so fucking combative.
Feminine side.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody.
You just need to be a better man. Yo, all of this shit just sounds so fucking AI generated. It's all framed the exact same way. Like, let's just find one more here. Okay, so that one's got 8.1 million. Okay, a hard truth, right? Weak men create masculine women. Strong men create feminine women. Right, because women, they're just not agents for themselves. All right, interesting. But maybe I'm jumping the gun on my critique right here. Here I am, being the misogynist by saying people have, their own individual thought and opinions on things. That's very...
Our truth is weak men create masculine women and strong men create feminine women. These men be wanting women to be submissive, but they don't bring anything to the table.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm starting to learn a little bit more about this. Okay, his perception of reality, because it's very, very odd. The baseline for women is to naturally be masculine. Okay, they're just naturally going to be combative, and that by you selling them a dream, then they're just not going to be combative women. But then if they are that easy to persuade, they wouldn't be that successful, and they wouldn't have those masculine like, what are we doing here? This is just confusing more people than it is actually helping them. Okay.
Are you holding it down as a man? Okay. Are you making sure your woman is taken care of financially?
It's always financial. This guy is just a walking wallet.
Spiritually and emotionally?
Well, if you're talking like this, you're not helping anybody emotionally and spiritually. That's what church is for. Just go to the mosque, go to the synagogue, whatever the fuck, Jesus.
A lot of these dudes don't even bring anything to the table. They starve their woman of her wants and needs and still expect to be treated like a king.
That's one thing, okay? There's only one group of people that run around calling themselves royalty, and it sure as fuck ain't the guys out there. You don't stand around with your boys and go, yeah, you a king, even though you fucking work at Burger King. And this whole idea that guys who provide absolutely nothing can beg a bitch, that's retarded. There is no sense to this at all whatsoever. He's just out here just fucking right hooking all of the straw men that he sees out there in that cornfield he's erected. The fuck is going on? Shit like this never fucking happens. It's always like that hypothetical. What if you found your dream girl and then you just find out that she has a body count of over 100? You can't hide that shit. Those two things are incompatible. Hoes have tells. There are hotels for a fucking reason. But yo, this is actually dropping my IQ, so
how is a woman supposed to thrive in her femininity when she has to carry a man's load?
Well, how easy joke there. Nah, I'll just let that one slide for a second. But okay, how is a woman supposed to thrive in her femininity when she has to carry a man's load? How about she's feminine, and then naturally there will be a good, strong man that she can present herself to that will take care of her, and then she can just avoid this situation at all. But no, she's got to walk around, just being, hey, motherfucker, and then she's just gonna end up building a dude. Shit like that doesn't fucking happen. Jesus Christ.
Handle your business as a man, or move out the way so a real one can do what you failed horribly at.
Yo, this guy just thinking that naturally women are just hanging around these bum-ass dudes. I don't want to go armchair psychologist. Actually, I totally do. This is the dude who got a bad case of one-itis from a chick, okay? Got a terminal case of, that's my soulmate, and then she just ended up fucking the entire football team. Because like I said off rip, he's got that presentation, he's got that soft voice, yeah, but he's also got the neck tattoos. He's also got that hair trimmed up real nice, and he's got a little bit of bling as well. So he's got that bad boy edge to him. It's kind of like Drake. It's kind of like Chris Brown, He could smack a bitch, but then also he could be real nice and real caring to you. But realistically, you watch this shit, what the fuck are you gaining from it? Okay, men are just gonna be weak, women are gonna be strong, men just need to be better because of it. Like, the fuck, I could do one of these. To all the strong ladies that are out there, yeah, I just want you to know that you don't need to put up with no crap from a weak man. Ah, yeah, because you are a strong woman and you need a man that matches your energy, that keeps you safe, that provides for you financially. Yeah, make sure that all your bills are paid and that you never have to worry about a thing, because you a queen, and all those other guys that hurt you in the past, they just weak men, and we need to have more strong men that are out there. Not like me. I would never just call myself a strong man. That's for a strong woman to decide. Yeah, as you can see from my hat, it has this STL on it for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's one of my favorite because it has some very good messaging on it. STL. I'm sending that love to you, baby. Yeah. I'm fucking dying inside for doing that. Oh well. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Feel free to clip that out. I'm thinking if anybody thinks that that's hilarious, I might just clip that out tomorrow, release it as a short, see if that one actually takes off, because yo, man, speaking some facts about the other side of this shit, because this motherfucker right here, obviously, Christ all fucking mighty, he's just placating women. He's just like, yeah, just go out there and just find the guy with the biggest pockets. He'll take care of everything like that. He'll put up with your fucking nonsense if he's a strong man. That's what society's just saying, okay? He's just providing a softer, light-skinned version of this. Like, just for fuck's sakes, man, come on. He's an evil genius for running this game, because obviously it fucking works, okay? Even, yeah. Well, that makes a lot of sense. He's got a little daughter. No shade at all whatsoever. That's got to be a skit. Yeah, no, that's definitely a skit. Yo, I was just scrolling down for a second. I seen this one and it's just fucking hilarious. I'm not gonna watch it or anything like that. I think we've had enough AIDS out here today. But he's out here placating single mothers. Oh my God! Independent women are amazing. But if you have a man and he isn't helping you with them bills, as he's taking this video inside of, I can't tell what that is, it's something with leather seats. He's just flexing his lifestyle at the same time. Yeah, guys need to, they just need to trick off on you, otherwise they're not good men. What's the point? Teamwork. It's funny, teamwork, but he's paying the bills. Teamwork. All right, but yeah, no, there you have just a bunch of fucking single moms. Oh well, you did it to yourself. Even if married, a woman has the freedom to work and share the expense. Okay, she will live in the house. She will be eating warm in the winter and cool in the summers. Yes, I do think it should be shared, and also not to be the only one to pay. This one right here. I'm single because fuckery is real. Of course, you're just simply a passenger on the vehicle of life, and I'm tired of paying for it. I can't get a refund on time lost. Yes, of course. You're not stupid for sticking around of somebody that you couldn't find value in. Of course not. No, of course. No. It's his fault. I can't exchange it for something better. I'm just going to avoid it altogether. Oh, we got a femcell out here. That sucks. I'd rather roll with God. I'm beginning to believe real men don't exist anymore. And then she gets 2 likes on that and a bunch of replies. Yeah, of course. That's your target audience right there, Chris. But yo, man, this shit gets views. This shit gets a ton of fucking views, because when men lie, women buy. They're 80% to the consumer base, hold what, 75% to the debt. So come on now. You tell them that they're great the way that they are. If they're bitchy and moany, whining and complaining, you're fat and annoying. Well, no. You just need to find a strong man who can handle your curves. Love the fact that you're independent. You don't have to change at all. It's just those dastardly men that are out there. You keep on selling them a dream, you get all the clicks, you get all the clout off of that, but then at the end of the day, these bitches are eventually going to hit the fucking wall and realize that, oh wow, I was just being lied to. I was just listening to things that made me feel good at the time, instead of, working on my femininity and getting in shape, and then maybe locking down a high quality man. No. Guys on Instagram, guys on TikTok told me that they would just come knocking down my door. All of these strong men are just out here looking for boss babes. Just take a look at every fucking billionaire that's out there. Is it the hottest bitch that they're with? Not really. Outside of what, Jeff Bezos' side piece? Can you name me any billionaire's wife? No, they're normally just low-key good women. Those are actually good women that are out there. But he's not going to tell you that. Guys like this, they aren't going to tell you that, because there's no money in that. Feelings don't hit as hard as the truth, but I thought this guy was all about the truth. But with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.